we're back to learning Illustrator in year day 66. Let me show the basics of the Shapebuilder to compare to the Pathfinder. We'll start with the simple flag design yet again. So I create a rectangle. It has a fill no stroke. Then I create a new rectangle. Give that a different color and I put it in center. The smart guides help me. Then I have to resize it a little bit on the right hand side. I can drag a copy out of there holding Alt and then rotate it holding Shift. Once we've got that, let me play around with the colors. And here I hold Shift, left click on these both smaller rectangles, make them white, and then I use Window, Pathfinder, and Unite. Let me create another rectangle right here. It's the same game. I have to resize it a little bit, then hold Alt to drag a copy out of there, rotate it while holding Shift, and then I unite it. I also create a frame with a rectangle, just a black stroke, no fill. The result is fine, the workflow is okay, but at some point Illustrator introduced a new tool which is called the Shapebuilder tool. And this tool has made a couple of things a little bit faster, more effective, and just easier to do. So let us create this flag yet again. We'll start with the big rectangle, then a smaller one. Let me already flip the colors. So we want to have a fill, no stroke. Then I press Ctrl C and Ctrl V on this smaller rectangle. And when I size it down, I hold Alt. I select both of them, hold Alt, drag a copy out of there, hold Shift, rotate it, and I position it right here. You can see I don't care much about the sizes, I don't care much about positioning or anything. I simply select it now all, and then I use the Shapebuilder tool right here. Shift M is the short key, and if you hover over elements, you can see they get highlighted, and there's a plus sign below your cursor. If you now left click drag, you can connect the highlighted shapes and make them one. And if I set the foreground color to white and I do it again, you can see it already gets this color. So always left click drag, and then the color that's set at the top left will be given to that new element. I'm going to use the bluish color here for the center element. Then I switch to the reddish color for these outer rectangles. So what about now about the excess parts? Well, if you hold Alt while the Shapebuilder tool is active, you can see the plus sign changes to a minus sign. And if you left click drag, then while holding Alt, you can actually delete elements. And I think you can already see that this is, in most cases, way more effective, easier and quicker than using the Pathfinder and its binary operations. Let me give an outline here, frame to the flag, and we've got a good result that's quicker done and a little bit more intuitive, I would say. So in many ways, the Shapebuilder tool has replaced the Pathfinder. It's only in rare cases that I use the Pathfinder and not the Shapebuilder tool. But in general, it's totally up to you. So maybe you find the Pathfinder to be more intuitive, better to use. If that's the case, just use it. But in the next video, I'm going to show you a more complex example, and there you will see how the Shapebuilder tool makes things a little bit easier for you. I hope this video was helpful. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.